Gang banging led to fighting, fighting led to shootouts, shootouts to prison. It's poisonous. That life, it grabs a hold of you, and once it does, it's kind of hard to shake.
Officers were radio signs.
Embrace the struggle, it's gonna turn you to a man. And times get hard, but that's part of God's plan. And if they catch you out, then tell them.
I'm originally from the north side of Tulsa, Greenwood to be exact. Greenwood, Archer, and Pine, you know, home of the Gap Band. That's actually what the Gap and the Gap Band stands for. So with that being said, my neighborhood is filled with history, Tulsa history. It's the Rappa. It's the infamous house on the corner where I grew up at, Heritage Hills, man. Greenwood. I'll tell y'all a little bit about myself.
It's crazy how I pray for blessings, but I live in sin. My city hate me cause I gang bang. Yeah, but they support the ones who rap about the same thing. The only difference is they lie, tell the truth, and they can't lie to me.
My big brother was in the streets, heavy in the streets. Went to prison when I was 10 years old. The life he was living, I can't lie, it was kind of intriguing. It had my eyes wide open, kind of had me wondering, you know. So next thing you know, I'm gang banging. I'm from 5 Trey. I picked up a lot of enemies around the city, and just a bunch of bullshit started happening. It got real hectic.
Honestly, I think Bash is better than Bash. You know what I mean? I feel like once he finally comes into himself and realizes who he is, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop him but him.
In 2015, I wound up catching a murder charge that played a big part of my life. It shook me up. It really shook me up, you know.
Bitch, I'm selfish with my love and ain't no sharing me. 3 little boys, so when I die, just had them carry me. And my daughter stole my heart, brought out the best in me. And she won't never need no nigga, gonna learn that from me.
In 2015, I wound up catching a murder charge.
Officers were radio signs.
Days in that bitch fucked in my head. If I don't beat the case, then I'd rather be dead. Cause I got a son and he gotta be fed. My lawyer can't see me, he kept it 100. Look me in my eyes, ain't do no front. He said to be honest, his life force nutty. Didn't think about it when I was out there and had corporate.
I eventually beat it by the grace of God. I was blessed enough to come out on the winning side, but that played a big part of my life. It shook me up. It really shook me up, you know. As far as life outside the streets, you know, I grew up in a good home. I had both my parents. Later I found out that the guy that I'm named after and the guy that raised me and did a hell of a job doing it wasn't my real dad. My real dad was in prison, and he had been in prison since I was born, and he actually just got released a few years ago. I always kind of felt like I didn't know myself, like it was more to me that I could learn, and I think me not knowing my father played a big role in that, because I feel I probably have a lot of him inside of me, and I don't know him, and I haven't got to know him. That kind of fucked me up, you know, but so I felt like since birth, my story was different.
Forgive me for the shit that I say. I know I'm crazy, hella niggas turned on me, man, that's how these.
And a lot of stuff that I go through sometimes, it feel like a movie, you know? A lot of people not gonna experience the stuff that I've been through.
You know, I may be a little biased, but I think he's the best at what he does, and I think that if he really stays focused, he can exceed even his own expectations, and that makes me proud. I would be even more proud once he accomplishes all those goals.
My mom was the absolute best, you know. I wouldn't trade her for nothing in the world. She's a great mom and also a great grandmother, and she did the best she could raising me, but I feel like the streets is just part of me, you know, and that's something that she couldn't control, unfortunately. If you're not from the streets, then you probably wouldn't understand, and to be honest, I really don't expect you to understand.
This shit got me tripping, can't cut deep pop for the killer. When the whole city hate you, how you supposed to make it out? They made my road rocky, had to go a different route.
Sometimes I ask myself, you know, is it what I didn't learn from my real dad, you know, him being gone and everything, or was it from what I learned from my big brother and my older homies, you know, seeing the choices that my brother made and seeing the stuff that I saw people around me doing as I was growing up. And my mama, she definitely raised me, but the streets, they gave her a helping hand for sure. You know, the streets, they paid me, and in some sorts, they kind of made me. If you're not from the north side of Tulsa, then you probably wouldn't understand. I was gonna say the hood, but the north is really what made me. You know, the north is the choices that I made, so I am North Tulsa.
For the last 15 or so years, it's been his whole life, is music. And he grew up around music. His dad owned a radio station, and I always have been a lover of music. So it's played a pretty significant role in his life.
I was brought up in them trenches where your homies turn no witness. Niggas that
Big Don, you know, we've been battling this since we was like 13. This my nigga from the Sandbox.
First song I ever did, recorded on wax.
This my nigga from the Sandbox, man. A lot of people don't know that. If they can rap in Tulsa, they probably was my partner at one point in time. If they still not, I promise. PMG, they didn't know. Yeah, you didn't know he was a part of that.
Niggas wasn't fucking with him.
And that's what you hear when you listen to my music. It's just my life. I'm just rhyming with it. That's all it is. I did some bad things in life, some good things in life, but at the end of the day, I'm still finding my calling, and I'm still Eddie.
Embrace the struggle, it's gonna turn you to a man. And times get hard, but that's part of God's plan. And if they count you out, then tell them niggas count again. And if some niggas did me dirty, so I know it's fuck a friend. Couple bitches did me wrong, but they can't do that shit again. It's crazy how I pray for blessings, but I live in sin. My city hate me cause I gang bang. Yeah, but they support the ones who rap about the same thing. The only difference is they lie, tell the truth. And they can't lie to me, but they can lie to you because I know niggas. And I've been thugging way before niggas. And watch who you call your homies, they ain't your bro, nigga tough.